Hey guys, welcome back to THFE. This is Psychoduck, and I'm here with Tedium from HaloCustoms.
Hey there, guys. For those of you who don't know, this has been the culmination of a few months' work. Over at HaloCustoms, we've been holding the 1v1 competition, and this right here that you're watching is the battle between the two finalists. And on the right here, we have GreatCesar1, and on the left we have KingNick with some combination of numbers I can't remember.
Right. And yeah, so these are going to be the last two games. It's pretty exciting. If you guys some of you probably saw I featured several of the maps from the HaloCustoms 1v1 tournament on here.
Right.
But anyway, so what map is this? This is by Redemption, right?
That's right. Yeah, it's a reimagination of the Guardian map from Halo 3. For those of you who don't remember, it was a nice tight kind of round map. It had this nice middle area that you can see on the right there. It's pretty good because it's tight, it's small, and it kind of loops in on itself. So it's a great time. It's a good place to. Oh, sorry, hold on a second.
Wow. Yeah, good snipe from GreatCesar there.
Yeah, so it's a great map to throw things together in. It's a good showdown area because it all has a special place in all of our hearts. All of us Halo fans who played this in Halo 3.
Right, we all remember Guardian, and yeah, this map's very similar. I actually haven't played this map myself.
It's a good one.
But you know, it's Redemption, so I'd expect it to be pretty good. And from what I can tell, it is very much like Guardian. So we'll probably see some familiar strategies and jumps that we would have seen on Guardian.
Yes, yeah, similar weapon positioning. But as you can see down here in the lower area, oh look, what's KingNick doing here? Oh, KingNick is on the left, by the way.
Yeah.
GreatCesar's on the right.
Oh, okay, and Caesar. Oh, he's okay. So he jukes him out.
He's going for the no scope, but
GreatCesar's got this one, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, he's got it. All right.
In the bag.
Yeah. Okay, so that's a cool little jump.
He wants to. He can go for the sniper rifle ammo there, but there we go. So something that I think a lot of people had a gripe with the sticky detonator in the 1v1 competition. It's very easy to get a one-hit kill, but it also requires a lot of skill. You can see there, even on the right there with GreatCesar, he has it in his as a secondary, but he still goes for the battle rifle. Really goes to show the level of skill that the players have here, where they don't need to rely on the power weapons to get a good kill.
Right. And yeah, I'm seeing a lot of interesting jumps going on here that didn't exist on Guardian, so that's something that's really cool. But there's a good sticky dot kill from GreatCesar.
Certainly. Yeah, the creator of this map has done a good job adjusting it to the size and scale of the Halo 4 game.
Right.
Especially considering the sprint, I think it's actually pretty impressive that he's fit a lot of good jumps there.
Right, but at the same time, it's definitely kind of small enough, and it loops back in on itself enough that
exactly
it looks to really work for 1v1 play.
Very good sightlines there.
Right. So
I'm actually having trouble here right now. Like I'm just enjoying watching it. Because there are a lot of good sniper shots that have been done so far at the beginning. I think we were talking over it, but that was a very good sniper because GreatCesar on the left. No, sorry, KingNick, who's on the left, the red guy. Yeah, he was just bobbing up and down, and GreatCesar gets him straight with a headshot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom. So,
what was I saying right there?
One. Man, GreatCesar's rocking the sniper here.
Beast.
And you know, I've never played against GreatCesar. I've played against KingNick plenty of times.
I've never had the misfortune.
Oh, jeez, it's horrible. I mean, and that just goes to show you what's going on in this game. I mean, because right now KingNick's getting, he's kind of getting pooed on a little bit. But man, like if I play against KingNick, it's bad news. So I don't want to play against.
You're looking at this and you see the scores at 9-1, but really the gap in their skill level. It's pretty clear in the video, but if you ever go up against KingNick, who only has 1 point right now, you will get murdered.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't get here out of luck. He earned this.
There's no doubt. Yeah. And I'd imagine as the game progresses, KingNick's probably gonna, I don't know. He's a good player, and it looks like they both know the maps. They're both really taking advantage of the geometry, doing the jumps.
Yeah, seeing some videos of KingNick's gameplay, he seems to be having a bad roll this time, but hopefully he can bring it back in.
Right, well yeah, I mean, I guess these are the two best players from the entire tournament. How many people were in the tournament overall?
Originally, I think it was about 150, 156 or so. Yeah, we rounded up to 256, sorry.
256, yeah.
Yeah, there are actually quite a few, but obviously a lot of those got kicked out in the first few rounds, and ever since then it's been honing in to the finer and finer players.
Right,
and it's great because there were a lot of good players in there who actually just got knocked out.
Ooh.
And it just goes to show how good these two are.
Right. KingNick just got a nice little BR kill there.
Absolutely.
And, yeah. I don't know. A lot of this, it's interesting to see because it's very difficult to predict who's going to come out on top in any given fight. These guys are both really good. Unfortunately, we couldn't get our hands on KingNick220's first-person gameplay. Ooh, he just jumped off the map too.
That was not so skillful, perhaps.
Yeah, that was a very good move on his part. But yeah,
we look bad saying he's good.
right. But yeah, so it looks like they're kind of we got a little lull here where they're kind of both.
They're going around. They're trying to find the best weapons for the job.
Yeah.
I think they actually omitted the. What was it in Halo 3? Was it the invisibility on the right?
Oh yeah. There was a camo over there by where KingNick220's at right now.
Right.
And then there was an overshield, actually, like right where, or close to where GreatCesar is right
now.
Yeah,
they cut it out to fit for the tournament, because it certainly isn't so good for balancing.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the power-ups in Halo 4 are kind of all a little more powerful than you'd want on a 1v1 map generally.
Certainly, yeah. But even with the sniper there, it does take a lot of skill, especially in the close quarters of this map. Yeah. You see right there, regardless, GreatCesar on the right is rocking it. He's taking down shields with one hit, even at medium range, and then taking them out with a battle rifle.
Yeah, I mean, actually, it's really interesting to watch these guys move around the map too. It's just the way they're doing.
Ooh, their head.
Ooh, KingNick220 got him with a BR, man.
Wait.
No scope.
Oh,
wow.
Man.
Okay, I thought
Two
KingNick220
power weapons right up against each other there.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. Man. That was good. That was a good no scope from GreatCesar. But I really thought KingNick220 had that one in his bag. But
DMR.
Oh wow. He was out in the open, had a BR against a DMR.
Their shields were down, but KingNick220 comes through.
Right. Yeah.
It's interesting watching this and getting into their heads because as a Halo player, everyone has their own sort of patterns, you know, where they move around the map. But you can see here, I mean, look on the right there, GreatCesar's, he's going through these little jumps to get where he needs to go, and he knows this map like the back of his hand.
Right.
I reckon that's why he's got 14 and KingNick is only 3.
Right, yeah. I'm guessing these guys warmed up on this map quite a bit beforehand.
Definitely.
But yeah, I mean, it's really cool too with this, a lot of the Guardian knowledge transfers over. But alright, so GreatCesar has won the first game. But
yes,
we will see what's on.
It's best 2 out of 3, so KingNick still has a chance to bounce back. This is the second map. I'm actually not sure what the name of the map is. Do you know?
I might once I see it. What is this?
I just want to point out, actually, right at the beginning, you can see if you look at both perspectives, maybe rewind and look at the other person. Each of them knows exactly where they're going. They know where people could be. They throw grenades in that direction, and by doing so, they can tell how close they are to where their opponent is. And it's a large part of the game is knowing where the opponent is. It's not so much reflexes like Call of Duty. It's not so much aiming, because by this point they've got it in the bag.
Well, yeah.
Every shot they take is a hit mark. But
right, yeah, it's a lot more about the movement and predicting where the other player is going to be based on, you know, that's why understanding the design of the map and how it's going to flow and what players' movement options are is really important, because you can start to predict the other player. But then if you know that your opponent is predicting where you are too much, you can really screw with them and kind of juke out and you know, come a different way. So I actually don't know this map either myself, to be honest.
Yeah.
Man,
that
Halo
makes
4 Epidemic, we're cool. We know what maps.
Back to what we're talking about.
Right, yeah.
If Dax here. Dax is the other admin who's been working on this. He would probably tell you a lot more about it.
Right.
I think also Audience of Phone. Sorry, I just called them Audience of Phone.
Oh yeah, no, everyone calls it
Phone. Did a lot of work finding the maps for this. So props go out to Dax and Audience of One for their help there.
Right. Yeah, I was never able to get too involved with this tournament just because I was busy running this YouTube channel instead. So. Yeah. But hey, it's cool because they both get to come together now, so it's, you know, it works out in the end. But yeah, okay, so this map's very interesting actually. It's
good because they've got these little railings on the right. You can see GreatCesar's jumping up on the edge there, and it gives them a good view of the central area.
Interesting movement option on here.
Yeah, and the railing is just high enough so you can see the head of your opponent. Now, another thing that I've noticed here is actually, by this point in the game, for last game, the scores were pretty one-sided. But as you can see now, KingNick is 1 point, and is only 1 behind GreatCesar. So
right. Yeah.
I think that's the balance of the map.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and this, you know, this map obviously is a lot different from the one we were just looking at. So. you know, I guess maybe this works to KingNick's play style a bit more.
Yeah, certainly. Well, he seems
knows
to
the
be
map.
more, yeah, more close quarters for this. That was fancy.
Man, he just used BR spread to get that headshot. Looked like he was aimed at his chest almost.
It's a real treat to watch this sort of thing. You kind of see, you get to find out what the pros do. Well, I wouldn't say pros, but the pseudo pros do.
The people who are better than us.
Yeah, the people who are, who we bow down to.
Yeah, hey, you know, I haven't had any like really good gameplay on this channel in a long time because it's always my gameplay. So, you know, to all the people who are always like, "Oh, that kind of sucks at Halo," you know, now you can. There you go, guys.
I wouldn't say that I've noticed, but I would say that I've watched your videos. That's all I'm gonna admit to.
I mean, it depends. It depends. You know, sometimes if I'm playing BTB and you know I getting a warthog with Shu and we get like 46 kills, then you know. But yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, with your warthog skills, the last
right, SVC. Oh man, yeah, that was good.
Little duck.
Right. So it looks like GreatCesar's kind of posted up at the top. He's watching the teleporter. He's watching some of the other routes up here. Oh, here comes KingNick.
I'm not sure if that teleporter is actually a two-way, but if it is, then he is very vulnerable from that direction. But what he's doing and maintaining that control, he's
that is a two-way.
Yeah, it is. So he's maintaining the control by sticking by the teleporter and always knowing where his opponent is, and at the same time keeping KingNick guessing where Caesar's going to be. That was close, but sometimes the scatterer isn't the way to go.
Yeah, what was he using? A suppressor?
Suppressor, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is sometimes brutally powerful. What's he doing there? Why is he shooting the sniper? Oh,
he wanted to get rid of the ammo before dropping the concussion rifle, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, now KingNick's got the sniper. There's a lot of cool jumps on here. There's the little lifty jumps and stuff.
Yeah. There are a lot of elevators with the short inclines that go upwards. Allows you to jump at a bit of a shallower angle to actually get higher up.
Right, yeah.
And actually, that's something which is really useful. We've been talking a lot about the players, but the map itself is actually really worth talking about because you can see right on the right here, they've used elevators to help them out, but it's also been very smooth transition between one room to the other. He's going to jump up here. Oh,
right.
maybe not.
Oh, or not. Yeah, but in general, I mean, the movement options on this map are really cool. There's lots of jumps. There's lots of just fast, flowy options, and I think that really lends to map knowledge being key. Ooh, KingNick jumped off the map again, huh?
He just jumps off.
Yeah. But yeah, so like the jump GreatCesar just did, you know, there's a lot of opportunity for map knowledge, so this really feels like the kind of thing where whoever knows the map best is really going to be at an advantage.
You see what he tried to do there?
Yeah, he was going to go for the ninja.
That would have been glorious, but unfortunately, GreatCesar, he was too good for you.
Right. It looks to me like, GreatCesar's advantage really comes when he's able to get to a specific area and really start to hold it down.
Yes.
But,
yeah, he's able to keep down where he is, and at all times keeping his eye out. But you can see right there, it didn't do him much help.
Right. So yeah. So once KingNick comes along and knocks him off his perch, GreatCesar starts to.
I'm a personal fan of the speed boost. I've always enjoyed that in 1v1s where you can really just zip around your component and confuse them. Because they've got a very precisely... I guess in this sort of thing you program your thumb to move just the right amount. But when you have the speed boost you got to move that much more and it really confuses the most skilled of players.
Right. And I could see the speed boost would actually be pretty well balanced on this map. Because this map has so many death pits and whatnot, so there's actually some inherent risk involved in having that ability to move faster too.
Moving a little too far. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It wouldn't be too difficult to just drop yourself right in one of the pits if you.
Interesting enough, for anyone who's gone and viewed the the recent competition that 343 held, the World Championship. Have you watched those, Doug?
I haven't, actually. I don't have time to watch other people's Halo videos.
Really? Well, it was really impressive because it did have two of the world's best. They used the stats from their matchmaking and used stats from, other competitive play, more official than that. But but it had two really good players, and I don't know if it's worth including a link or something, but that's a video certainly worth watching if you're enjoying anything like this.
Right.
It was very competitive. It was 1 point to win, and it was very close, but it's good to compare because you learn a lot from their gameplay just by watching. You see that there's a tangible difference in what they're doing around the maps. How they're firing, how they're taking down the shields.
Yeah.
And there's a lot more grenade work, a lot of very skillful pulse grenade use. For anyone who's skeptical about the pulse grenade, just watch the World Championships and see one of the players use it brilliantly to break down this guy's shields immediately and pop him in the head.
Yeah, the pulse grenade's kind of an interesting weapon in that. It's kind of an area denial effect.
But even more so, it's the initial explosion. If you get them directly with that, it fully brings down their shields.
Oh, right.
Which is something people take for granted. They think it's the overtime effect, which actually is barely enough to break their shields. But it's the initial implosion or explosion that happens when they throw it.
Right. Well, yeah, that's something in general that I think is really cool about Halo, is that the almost got a 6 sniper kill there. But in Halo, it's movement is one of the things. It's in Call of Duty you might get better at shooting and aiming and whatnot. But
you could essentially stand in one place and get loads of kills in Call of Duty.
Right, but in Halo it's really about movement. If you know your maps and if you really can control your player efficiently, that's where a huge advantage comes from over just obviously being able to get awesome quick scopes in the face.
I just gotta say, KingNick was trying to run around GreatCesar, but GreatCesar just wouldn't let him out of his sight.
Right. But yeah, when you're in a competitive game and it's about controlling power positions, controlling power weapons, all the risks and rewards in that, the movement is in many ways more important than just sheer skill with a BR or whatever.
And we can see here that on the right, GreatCesar is really dominating with the snipe. Is he falling out of the map again?
He did. He jumped off the map.
That's 3 suicides now in total. I guess it would be 8 points to him. But right now we got the score of 11-6. Mr. Man on the right, the blue, GreatCesar1 is still winning by 4 points now. But if it wasn't for those suicides, it would only be 2. So in terms of skill, they're actually still fairly well matched.
Yeah.
KingNip's certainly doing a lot better. Sorry, I just said KingNip.
KingNip.
I want to edit that out. No. KingNick is he's actually doing much better than before. It's, again, 2 kills in a row right there. So even though GreatCesar is dominating the map with the sniper and his vantage points, KingNick is very easily, just quick as that, able to get the kills again.
Right. I've noticed, I think KingNick's kind of moving around a bit more. GreatCesar seems to be taking advantage of...
There's a big difference in their strategies there.
Right.
Yeah.
GreatCesar will really post up in a position.
You can see that actually a lot of kills that have gone to GreatCesar have been GreatCesar standing, knowing where KingNick is going to be, and actually waiting with his crosshairs on where KingNick's going to go. And I think if KingNick had, maybe if he'd seen that before and not gone through those doorways, then the crosshairs wouldn't have taken him out of the match. So
right. Yeah, I mean, it goes back to what I was saying about the whole predictability of, being able to predict your opponent.
Absolutely. And the mind games are fantastic. I don't know about you, but when it's interesting. You get to know your friends a lot better when you 1v1 them in Halo.
Right.
If anyone wants to download these maps, they're certainly fantastic.
Yeah, they'll all be linked in the description.
Yeah. But it's really interesting. You get to know them a lot better, and you get to know how evil they actually are.
Right.
If you two are good enough at Halo to know the mechanics, which I'm sure a lot of people do, it's interesting, like, which way they go, how you intercept, and there are many times that, I mean, a lot of the staff on HaloCustoms actually joined in on the same tournament, which would have been awkward if we'd won, but
right.
we got nowhere close. But a lot of us participated, Dax, me, but I played with a few people who I actually chat a lot with on the site, and you learn a lot about them. You learn a lot about how they mess with you, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, I love just sitting down and doing 1v1s with Dax every now and then. We'll play. We would play a lot of these maps that were in the tournament because I was looking at featuring some of them and whatnot. But yeah, it's very different because a competitive map in Halo, it should be, if it's
He's hiding.
both one shot.
Yes.
KingNick
that deservingly goes to KingNick.
Yeah,
shame on GreatCesar for hiding.
There's been a few of those where they've both been one shot, and and you know, it really comes down to the wire. But yeah, a good competitive map will really be kind of punishing, right? To, you know, if you don't play smart, if you don't work with your team, which, you know, and that aspect's completely gone in 1v1s.
Yeah.
But, you know, just almost be really punishing if you don't.
But in its wake, all the team play that's gone, there's so much more that goes down to sight lines. You know, it's purely down to you. There's no communication, so it comes down to your own individual skill.
Right.
Look at him hiding there. Oh, that's a brilliant grenade bounce.
There's a lot of cool little areas on this map. You know, there's the jumps, but just the little platforms and whatnot. Ooh.
You can see there, he's chasing after him.
Yeah.
Oh, one shot, and he's dead.
Oh man, I don't know. I feel like KingNick should have run away at that point.
Yeah, certainly.
He engaged him too quick after his shields were.
That's one thing I've noticed, is that GreatCesar knows when to run to find a better vantage point. KingNick, oh, is he gonna get it? Oh, what's happening here? He's sitting pretty. He's gonna hold down, and I reckon he went down too early there. His shields weren't fully recovered, and that allowed him
that was
to
a close one. That was a close one again, though. Man, yeah.
But again, it's all about how you play it. It's all about when you pop your head out, when you offer yourself up. Because every time you shoot at your opponents, obviously they can see you, and at a time like this, such a small detail that so many people take for granted is actually very important.
Right.
He's gonna be following up there.
Yep. See, yeah, GreatCesar's running away. Oh, he's gonna come up behind Nick. Oh.
And
oh,
really?
wow!
Not see that coming.
Funk rifle there.
I thought that was GreatCesar.
Yeah, I really expected it to, because he really he tricked Nick into following him up the lift, and then he came around and came right back up behind him. I suppose maybe Nick heard him go up the lift, because it's not a silent lift, but
yeah, that's true actually. Oh yeah, because the silent lifts would be the one-way doors, wouldn't it?
Right. Yeah.
This is pretty tense, actually. I mean, you can only imagine how the players are feeling right now. 2 points to win for GreatCesar. Oh, 1 minute to win. So he's got to wrap this up fast.
Right.
KingNick has to get at least 2 points.
This is down to the wire, man.
He's chasing him. He's running away. This is something that I'm not a personal fan of, but it really does come down to it. Is the whole cat and mouse of it.
Right.
Oh!
Ooh.
Okay, 1 point difference.
Well, yeah, because if Caesar can just run around and avoid Nick the rest of the game, you know, he's got it in the bag. But
certainly, yeah, that makes it hard for KingNick in particular. He needs only 1 kill to make it a tie, which brings it to a tiebreaker. Spoiler alert: if you look at how much time is left on the clock, it's not a tie. So we'll see just who this goes to.
Right. But yeah, this is.
I reckon it's GreatCesar. He's got 15 points in 10 seconds.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, very close.
This is close.
It's gonna go down to 1 kill.
Right.
10 seconds.
Oh, and then Nick jumps off the map.
If he hadn't done any suicides, this match would have gone to KingNick. Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's something to know. Do not kill yourself.
Yeah, suicide prevention. Learned it from Jeffy.
That's what this is all about. It's a cry for help.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So that's it, guys. GreatCesar takes the win, but man, that was close.
Very close. Congratulations to GreatCesar1. You will be getting your gift as a prize for winning the competition, and thank you very much to everyone who participated. This video will be going up on the HaloCustoms website, and we'll keep you all informed on the next competitions coming up.
Yeah. All right. And thanks for watching, everyone else. If you know this is the first you had heard of the HaloCustoms 1v1 tournament, you should head over to HaloCustoms and go check it out. So anyways, this video has gone on long enough already, so yeah, thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.